wasn't the only case in which fire impacted Savannah's lives. The next house we're going to be seeing is called the Kehoe house, and it is essentially fireproof. Now, some say that it was specifically built in this manner because the Kehoe family had lost a house to fire in the past. That's not the case. More to the point is the fact that Mr. Kehoe was showing off. You see, he owned the ironworks, so when he was decorating his large brick mansion with wide columns, balconies, window frames, he made all of it out of cast iron. For he had boasted that anything you could make out of wood, he could make out of iron. And he decided to prove that statement with his new home. You'll be able to see the Kehoe house coming into view straight ahead of us. And as I said, it wasn't built because the last house burned down. Rather, it was built because the family needed more room. This house was a gift from Mr. Kehoe to Mrs. Kehoe upon the birth of their 9th child. It just looks like it should be haunted, doesn't it? Well, 2 of these children were a set of twin boys. And y'all know how little boys are. They like to find new hiding spots, secret places to play. Well, one night they made their way into a fireplace and never came out. Well, they say this is the reason why all of the fireplaces in the Kehoe house are covered with pictures of cherubs in memory of these 2 lost boys. But with 9 children, there was certainly enough childlike energy for some of it to have lingered in the Kehoe house over the years. And perhaps this is the reason why guests in this very fancy bed and breakfast will often complain about the children they hear running up and down the halls in the middle of the night. To which the management will respond, "We're sorry, but there are no children staying with us at this time." After the house left the Kehoe family, it became a funeral home. The management still has something of a sense of humor about the whole thing, as they still refer to the breakfast room as the viewing room. Well, they say that rooms 201 and 203 are the best rooms in which to have a haunted experience here at the Kehoe house. But if you're interested in a room 204, I recommend the 1790. Room 204 is the room of a woman by the name of Anna Powell. And if you look closely at the second floor as we pass, you just might see her there. Apparently the 1790 also has a sense of humor about their ghosts. Well, Anna was a young woman who was in love with a sailor. But as sailors tend to do, he eventually sailed away. She took this very poorly. In fact, she threw herself from that window to her death on the bricks below. They say that as she fell, she let out a piercing scream that is still heard today. See, Anna's the sort of ghost who likes a good bit of attention. But what woman doesn't?